All oogonia to be used throughout the life are produced before birth. Do not multiply thereafter. Very, very important. In immature female, many oogonia become primary oocyte and they enter first meiotic division. But this does not progress beyond diplotin stage. Arrest हो जाता है because of oocyte maturation inhibitor secreted by follicular cells surrounding the oocyte. So formation of germ cells begin during intrauterine life of a female. Only a 5-month-old will have 7 million germ cells. Thereafter, many of them degenerate. By the time fetus reaches full term, it is 2 million. All surviving primary oocytes have entered prophase 1, and most of them are individually surrounded by a layer of flat epithelial cells called primordial follicle. By puberty, only about 4 lakh are left, and still a woman needs and sheds only about 500 ova in her lifetime. So this is the story about oogogenesis. Important is that some remain arrested in the diplotin for 40 years or more. This is a big year, big time. 40 साल तक एक सेल अरेस्टेड रहता है, इसलिए चांसेस ऑफ ट्राइसोमी 21 mongolism is more in females who are who have pregnancy in their later ages or late age. ये जो हमने देखा था, ये इसमें 2 फेज एक साथ ये ओवरियन साइकिल दिख रही है, यहीं पे इसको देख लेते हैं. ये सारे प्राइमोडियल फॉलिकल हैं सराउंडेड बाय अ सिंगल लेयर. देन दे बिकम बिग, मल्टीप्लाई, प्राइमरी फॉलिकल, then secondary follicle, small antrum starts appearing. Then that antrum coalesce or mix up and become a big antrum, and this is the oocyte. And then around the 14 days after ovulation or 14 days of ovulation, this will burst. And when this will burst, it will cause ovulation. This is ovulated oocyte. And then immediately thereafter, so this was follicular phase. Follicular phase will end in ovulation. Immediately after ovulation, this bag will contain this bag will develop into luteal cells. This bag full of theca interna, theca externa, and other follicular cells will form developing corpus luteum. Then there will be corpus luteum, and then the corpus luteum will degenerate, and it will form corpus albicans. अभी यहाँ पे लाइट चली गई है, so that is why I am stopping my video, but you will be able to hear the lecture. Light आएगी, then again I will put it on. So this is ovarian cycle. इतना part is follicular phase. Follicular phase के end में ovulation, और इतना part is luteal phase where the corpus luteum is formed. अगर pregnancy होती है तो this corpus luteum of menstruation becomes corpus luteum of pregnancy, or else if there is no pregnancy then this corpus luteum degenerates. अब आगे बढ़ते हैं. Primordial follicle, primary follicle, secondary follicle, Graafian follicle, ovulation, corpus luteum. Okay. After this, so this is ovarian cycle जो हमने बात किया. Follicular phase, first 14 days, luteal phase 14 to 28 days, and ovulation will occur mid cycle. उसके बाद अगर अपन देखें, so then there is a formation of, because of this ovarian follicle or changes in ovary, there is a parallel change going on in the uterus, and that uterine changes parallel happens in the endometrium. This is parametrium, this is myometrium, this is endometrium. So ये ओवरी के अंदर जो फॉलिकुलर और ल्यूटियल फेजेस होते हैं, खास करके फॉलिकुलर फेजेस के बाद ओव्यूलेशन का होता है, तो वो सारे चेंजेस इसके अंदर प्रेगनेंसी की तैयारी के लिए हो जाते हैं. And that becomes menstrual cycle. That is called as menstrual cycle. So if we see that preparation for the pregnancy forms three phases. From menarche to menopause, a female undergoes uterine cycle, which has three phases: menstrual phase, proliferative phase, secretory phase. Please remember, corresponding to the phases of the ovarian cycle. अभी ovarian cycle है, ये follicular phase है. Follicular phase के beginning में ही एकदम menstrual phase होता है. Then there is a preparation. Because of this, there is estrogen. Because of that, there is a preparation of endometrium. Endometrium becomes thick. The mucosa has got rich secretory endometrial glands. It becomes vascular, and then there is further growth of them in the secretory phase under the influence of progesterone. And if nothing happens, then there is again menstruation. So these are the two phases of. So first phase was this menstrual cycle. Then that is menstrual flow phase, then proliferative phase, and then secretory phase, where the mucous membrane becomes very thick. So these are the